Okay, so thank you everyone for joining today's launch event. It's a very special event for us. I'm your host, Sam Rizzi. I'll be going over our product feature, who is it for, what you can do with it. We'll get to see all the great new features that are included in EventPro add-on. We will definitely try to answer as many questions as possible in this event for you to decide whether EventPro is the right fit for you or not. So what are the use cases, high-level use cases for EventPro? It's mainly to create a website like Meetup or EventBrite or combination of both. We'll go over some of the core features of our new add-on. And before we get into that, what makes EventPro different from every other event theme or plugin out there for WordPress? It's because, again, like ListingPro, EventPro is also a product market fit. We wanted to create something that addresses the needs of users who are trying to build a directory that is focused around events or meetups or creating conferences and selling tickets, and not just selling tickets, but also to earn a commission per ticket. So that's the core feature. I mean, we did have events feature within ListingPro, but it gave very limited options what you can do with events. But with EventPro, you can just take it to the next level and do a lot more. So definitely, if you were waiting for something like this, for some time, this is a great add-on. So some of the core features that are included with EventPro that are not a part of ListingPro: selling event tickets included in EventPro, which was not possible with ListingPro. Similarly, earning commission per ticket. There's a digital wallet built in. There is a separate search, filter, and sort for EventPro. You can actually continue using your existing ListingPro directory, and EventPro can become like an extension to your existing directory. You don't have to replace or create a separate directory if you already have a website that you have created. So it's just an extension with its own search, with its own filter and sort option, with its own categories and locations. So there's no overlap in that case. And then there is the new option. One of the new option that we added was event groups. So now users can, they will have to first create a group or more like an organization that is associated to all the events. Previously in ListingPro, all the events were associated to a business listing. Now it will be with EventPro, it will be associated to event groups. People can join the group. People can, once they join, they will be notified about different upcoming events and whatnot. So there is a lot. I mean, it's a great feature. So again, we'll get to look at that in a bit. I'm just doing a very high level overview of the features. Event listing. I mean, event listing was actually part of ListingPro, but with EventPro, we have taken it to the next level. There's a brand new design. Everything in EventPro for the events directory section or area, everything is brand new as far as the design is concerned, and the UI UX definitely is different. Then there's events category and events location, as I mentioned earlier. And of course, there's the option to notify all your attendees. That was actually part of ListingPro as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the features. I'm going to show you basically three scenarios here, three personas. There's the directory admin, the host, event host, and the attendee. So let's take a look here. If I were to create an event as a host. So first, if I were a new user, so I'm going to just go ahead, create a new group first, add new group. If there was no group added and I'm trying to add a new event, it will ask me to create a new group first. So I'm going to just go to meetup.com, and so I'm just going to go ahead, pick up an event here. So this one right here, I'm going to just add this. So I have some content. So I'm going to go ahead first. I'm going to go ahead create a new group. So the new group option will be available under the dashboard of the user once they click on new group, and then they can so actually this is, so I'm just going to copy the name of the group and just some description, select the category for the event, ask some FAQs here, and then I can add multiple FAQs, and then I'm going to upload a picture here. Just going to pick something. I'm going to go ahead and add the new group, and this is your new group page, and you can see how many events you're hosting, how many members you have. And now what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead create a new event. Once I created a group, I'm going to go ahead create a new event. I'm just going to pick this event from here, just copy paste, select the event title, select the event group from here. If you guys can't see, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to just select the group and enter a title. I'm going to choose whether this is an in-person event or an online event. If this was just an online event, I can just enter the link. It could be a Zoom link, Google Meet link, whatever people are going to use to join the event. That link you can enter there. And then if you want to enter a location, the event category is based on the event organization or the group organizers group, basically. So you are going to just select that, and then select the date, time, end time, and then the quick description. Now you have option to basically make this event ticket as a built-in option, or an option that is available on the website events page, or it could be an external link. Let's say if you were to make this an external event and you want to just enter Eventbrite ticket, you want everybody to just go to Eventbrite or wherever, and you just enter the link to Eventbrite and then upload an image to the event, and then just go ahead, save it. So your new event page has been created. It will indicate it's an online event, how much time is remaining, start end time. This is an online event. So users who haven't, let's say this is, let me show you guys. So I am not able to see the link until I select I'm going. Once I select I'm going to this event, I can see the link as a attendee, and I can join that event whenever the clock stops ticking, basically. And then all the attendees can be seen here. The admin, the organizers, and the members are listed here. And yeah, basically, if there's a ticket people want to purchase, they can go to that external link. Similarly, we can go ahead do another, we can create another event, but this time we'll do an online event. Sorry, this time we'll do like in-person event. So I'm going to go ahead, pick one here. Sorry, second. Let's see. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead, add an event here. And I'm going to select, let's say, WordCamp is the group. WordCamp Texas. This is an in-person event. I'm going to do, let's say, some address, I don't know, in Texas. And then I'm going to select, I don't have Dallas here, Texas. So I'm just going to select something for now. Or I can change this to California. Let me just say. I'm gonna select the end date. You don't have to select an end date. You can just uncheck the end date. I mean, I think this was actually available in ListingPro as well. just drop some comment here. I have 1,000 tickets for this one, and each is priced around like $100, let's say. I'm going to select an image for this, whatever. Go ahead, save it. Boom, we now have the event created with the location, and I can get the ticket. So so this is, let me just, so this was actually an event. I'm going to go ahead and purchase this ticket as a different user. That was, so I'm going to go ahead now. If I'm interested in this event, I'm going to go ahead and purchase it. Okay, so this was, I can actually purchase from here. So as an attendee, I can just go ahead, if I'm interested in that event, I can just purchase it from within the website without leaving the website, basically. And all my tickets, or all my tickets, will be available in my dashboard. I can go ahead and download it. And basically, there are some improvements we definitely we need to make around adding QR code to the ticket and all that. That will do hopefully very soon. So that's basically how a user will add a group, how they will create an event, and how they can purchase the event without leaving the website. Are there any questions around that before I start moving? Let me see. Okay. So I see there are questions. Wow. Okay, awesome. We have Ted. So the group is the name of the event. What is it called? A group. So group is actually not the event. Group is like the organization. It could be, I mean, if let's say you are just using EventPro as an event marketplace, online marketplace, and you are not using any other sort of directory, that existing directory for multi-purpose directory website like restaurants or car washes, then you don't need to add business listing, right? You just need to add groups, and groups will be the parent organization or the listing that will be associated with all the events. So if you are using an existing ListingPro directory, then you will have the listing as your default post type for all your businesses, whether it's restaurants, car washes, whatever it is. Then event groups is a separate post type. It's not it's not the same. So it's going to be a separate post type that will associate all your events. Hope that Ted answers your question. I don't know. Oh yeah. So group is different than an event. Is a group business, like you said. Yeah, so group is basically could be it could be a business, but I won't say business because we also have the business type for creating listings like this one. This is actually to create your business stuff. Group is more of a community organization. I mean, it could be a business. I mean, it's up to you. But if you go to meetup.com, every listing, every event is associated to a group or an organization. So that's what group is basically. So the group is different than, okay, let me just get to the next question. Will it have a marketplace feature where each vendor can see their sales and manage their tickets? Yes. So exactly. So this is Bob. I'm going to go ahead. I'm interested in this event, right? I'm going to get, I got the ticket for this event already. So, and I got ticket for a few others. So I can go to my dashboard. I can see all my tickets here, all the tickets that I have purchased. If there are some events that I'm hosting that people have already purchased my tickets, I can see, all right, so this is one event somebody purchased, and I can see my wallet, and I can see how much, I earned from that particular event. And you, I mean, as a directory admin, can earn a commission per ticket. And let's see. So let me go to, sorry. Here I am. Too many tabs going on here. So here's another user, and check this out. So these are all their earnings from all the tickets they sold for different events. So these are their earnings, and they can just hit when they're ready to withdraw their amount, they can just say, okay, I just want $500 or whatever payment method they want. They can just fill that out. Actually, 6. This is not that fun. So they're gonna fill this out, and they have to actually set their payout method first. I think that wasn't set before, so that's why it wasn't letting me withdraw my amount, right? So now I think I should be able to withdraw. Yeah. So I just want $500. Test send. So I can withdraw. I can send a request to the admin that I need to withdraw $500. This is pending right now. Once the admin is ready to send the payment, they will basically transfer the payment. However, they're going to do that basically through bank or wire or directly from PayPal. In this case, let's say I entered my payout method as PayPal, then they're just going to send it through PayPal, and then they can go to the withdrawals in the backend. And here they can say, okay, whether they want to reject the request or complete the request once they have sent the payment. So they have paid the vendor, and now that status change to successful. And the other thing is obviously, yeah, let me just go ahead, see if there are any other questions. So the group in the name of the event. Okay, so group. Okay, do you have to use EventBrite? Does it allow sign up within Pro? Yeah, so you don't need to use EventBrite to sell tickets. You can sell tickets directly. You can use any, if you don't want to sell tickets directly, you want to use third party, you can use any third party ticketing tool and just link the page. But we do offer, like I've shown earlier, people can purchase their ticket and they can see how many tickets they have sold, or they can get access to all the purchase tickets. So it's all built in. How does an attendee check into a physical event? That's a good question. So right now, the way they can check in is, let me just show you. If they are going to a particular event, let me see. Okay, these are all online event. Let me go search. So let me actually show you how the search works, and then that will lead you to me to show you the check-in option as well. So here basically it's simple what and where. If I were to type in, let's say boxing, so I can find the event in the search here, live search, or else I'll just say sports, or I'll just say hit enter. If there are no search results, it won't show, and then it will show me some similar events. What I'll do is I'll go back here. I'm just gonna skip that. Again, this location and what, it's basically what will list based on the title or the category. I think those are the two criteria right now. Hopefully, we are going to look into improving this based on different additional what you call, let's say tags. I think tags are not available right now, but that's something we can look into in the future release. So let's say I entered a location and a category. So this is my archive page. I can pick a category from top here. I can type in an event name here, location, and then this is a new, pretty much date picker is the new addition here, where you can select today, this week, this year, this month. So I'm just going to do this month. So these are the event from this month, or I can pick a date. Let's say I want to see what events are available for today, October, sorry, all event nearby. all upcoming events. So what date is this? October. This month. Did I miss something here? I'm gonna get back to all the questions in a bit. Please give me 1 second. I just want to show this feature and then what we can. Okay, so this is how the date picker pretty much works. You can pick exact date, or if I were to pick this month, let's see, on 30th, October 30th. Let's see, pick a date, October 30th. Oops, again, it's behaving for some reason. Okay, for 28th it's showing, for 30th it's not for some reason, so we'll have to check that. And then there are other filters as well. Go back. Yeah, so the other filter is near me. Near me, let's see, search. You can set the radius based on miles or kilometers, and then you can only filter this by online events or in-person events. This is the only one in-person event. And upcoming events, active events. Let's see if we have any active events. No, I don't. So only upcoming events. I might not have past events either at this time. But yeah, that's an option to filter. In addition to that, we have sort option by most attendees, and also start date and end dates. We also have option to switch between grid and list layouts. So that's also an option available. And then as an admin, you can pick either one of them from backend. We'll take a look at the backend as well, all the new options available in the backend. So that's how the filter works. Let me just take a few questions. Can users create users created for ListingPro needs to create separate login to EventPro? No. So Tejas, no, you don't need to create a separate login. It's all, I mean, if you already have a ListingPro website and you're just using it as an extension, absolutely, you just you just install EventPro and use the same user base. If you're going to do it on a separate domains or subdomains, then of course it won't work, right? So yeah, so it's just an extension. You can use it with your existing site. I mean, do we need to create separate logins? Yeah. So that's already answered. For purchasing tickets, does it show the attendees if the event is sold out or has certain quantity or tickets? Yes, it will show that it's sold out. Let's actually, let me just do that really quick here. Just gonna create an event, test, do an online event. One ticket, $100. Sorry. So that's the event. I'm just gonna go ahead purchase this event from here. Yeah, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna blame the developer on the call. So that's sad. Let's see. That's the event sold out. There was only one ticket for that event and it's sold out. Okay, so that was answered. Can I support ticket sale affiliates? Meaning affiliates under a vendor has sold tickets and the vendor has a dashboard to see who. So no, we don't have the affiliate program at this time. I'll definitely take that as a suggestion and we'll see what we can do. So yeah, let me keep moving and because I have a few more, I guess, features to show. As a admin, you can see what's going on here with all your ticket sales in the backend, available balance that you earned, total earning, total withdrawals, all the tickets that were sold, And so this is your admin's dashboard. um, Excuse me. And you can also create events from backend as an admin. You have pretty much all the option, select the group, location, category, start, end date, and all that stuff. So it's already available from backend as well. Yeah, and let me see if I'm missing any more features. Let me go back to my slides. While you can feel free to ask any more questions. Yeah, so notify all attendees. So from your dashboard, let's say my events, I have these two attendees here. I don't know if you were able to see that. I'm going to go back. So you can see here how many attendees you have, and you can basically select those two attendees and send a message. You can check all of them, and you can send a message to all of them here. Hi, the event starts now, something like that. Boom. Yeah, so you can send that bulk message from your dashboard. And you can see in your groups tab, you can see how many events you have, how many users joined that event. And yeah, so basically that high level information. You can delete the event, edit the event from here. Similarly, you can do that with event section. You can see what time it's going to start. Is it upcoming? Is it active? Whatnot. And then you can obviously edit or delete the event. Let me check really quick if there are any more questions. When a new ticket, when a new ticket will it have come with OG schema, so it looks good when sharing on. Uh, I'll have to check on this. I would say no at this time. I will look into it and take it as, if it's not there, definitely we'll add to our bucket for future consideration. Thanks for that question and suggestion. As an admin, can I establish rules to have events auto-published or set it when a new event needs my approval? So as an admin, can I establish rules to have events auto-published or set it? Okay, yes. Let's take a look at actually some of the options here under the theme options. Once you install EventPro, there will be a new tab available under theme options. If you are already familiar with our theme options, so you have the EventPro option where you can obviously set your event page. If you are using it as an extension to your existing directory, you can just select your event page, or if you're going to use it as a home page and exclusively in an events directory, you can just select home page, and then all these basic options. You can select type location by Google. You can show similar events, and then these are some email templates. You can set that up. Email templates that will be notified to all your users, whether they have purchased and they have purchased a ticket, they'll get notified about that. And these are some banner style changes that you can do from here. And then the archive page, you have a few different style options here. You can set your order for events on archive, ascending, descending, set it by title, random, by attending users. So that's something as an admin you can set. Advanced filter, you can set some default settings here around the filter option. And then event details page has two different, the old classic style that comes with the ListingPro and the new style, and a few different options. Here's a group details option, group detail page option. You can enable, disable some of the features, and also display similar groups based on a category. For same category, it will show different similar groups. Let's see if I can show you that really quick. Yeah, similar group option right here on the event groups page. And then we have events nearby option, and then adding footer. So these are some of the high level settings available. And then let me just get back to that question. Can I establish rules? We have different levels. As can I establish rules to auto publish? Yeah, so auto publish, I think right now, all the events that are posted by individual hosts, event host, will be auto published. I do not think that is there option to moderate those events at this time. I think that's a good feature. I will double check, so we'll definitely take that in account. Can different level of tickets be sold? For example, VIP and regular. Different levels of tickets. I would say no. I don't. Yeah. I mean, you can set it. Yeah. So right now, you can basically, when you add an event, you will have option to add basically one ticket. I mean, there's only one ticket, one kind of ticket you can sell at this time, but that's something we can consider in the future. So right now you can have one ticket, um, but with external, there's option to link it to multiple tickets. There's some improvements we need to make around this feature, but we can there's option if you're using external like eventbrite or I don't know meetup or some other platform to link tickets, and you can add multiple tickets. I believe that's an option. But for the built-in option right now, you can have you can only have one kind of ticket. So that's a good suggestion. I'll definitely take that as a suggestion. Can we set subscription packages? Example, company pays monthly fee for certain month of payments. Okay, so that's a good question actually. That right now with EventPro, the pricing feature, the pricing plan feature is not associated right now. You cannot, when people add a group or event, they won't be asked what pricing plan you pick. So the reason why is in the initial phase, we wanted to focus the monetization option around selling tickets, but in one of our early releases, in once we launch, we're going to add the option for people when they add a group, they will need to select a pricing plan, and that pricing plan can limit what that group can do, whether that group can only submit, let's say, one event or 10 events. So that kind of pricing plan based group option will be available in the near future. We in the initial release, we wanted to perfect the event ticket selling feature. That's actually a major feature, and that's a new feature. Pricing plan has been around with ListingPro for quite some time. I mean, from day one, right? So and you can actually link event the pricing plan. You can actually set what you call in the event in the pricing plan whether you want people to be able to list events or not. But right now with EventPro, we haven't really focused around the pricing plan for the initial launch, but definitely it's going to be coming in the near future release, because I think it's a very important feature. But right now we want to just make sure the ticket selling part is perfect before we jump into pricing plan. So yes, Vicky, that's coming. And then of course you'll be able to do monthly recurring or whatever, one time or monthly recurring, annual fees, whatnot. Can I add Facebook tracking pixel to event page, cart and so Facebook tracking, you should be able to add TED globally, I believe, in your directory, right? So it should be able to track. I don't know if there's any specific tracking you were looking for. I honestly cannot give you a, like, I might need more detail before I can respond to that. But generally, you can definitely add a Facebook tracking to EventPro or the ListingPro directory team, and be able to track the entire traffic pretty much. I don't know if I've missed any questions here. I'm gonna just take a quick look at this. So yeah, so I want to just quickly get back to one of the early questions, I think, about how people attend the attend a physical event, in-person event. So let me just try to go over that really quick. Let me find an event that is in person again, and see if I can quickly demo that feature for you. Let me actually add an event. Let's just add an event that is in person. New in-person event, some address. Yeah, please go ahead. Feel free to ask any more questions. I think we have one more new person who joined. Thank you so much. Yeah, make sure you fill out the form in the comments. Natura, can you share that form again, because it might just went up in the comments. So yeah, new person. I'm gonna just do this. So for this one, I will need an external event, EventBrite. I mean, I can put any ticket here, doesn't have to be EventBrite. Okay, and then I'm going to select some event here. Okay, this is the event. I'm going to go from, okay. So if a physical person or a person who's trying to attend a physical event, basically they will have to check in using I'm going, and then if there's a ticket, they'll have to basically purchase that ticket from the external link wherever it's hosted on Eventbrite or Meetup. And that's how, once they purchase the ticket from wherever Eventbrite, they will have basically the check-in option or the instruction with that ticket. Or the user, you can basically either mention it in the description, or you can use the option to send a bulk message to all your attendees using using this option. Here you can just send the instructions through this bulk message sender. So I don't know, hope that answers your questions or question. Let me see if I have any more question. I checked out EventPro and it does not have the OG schema that makes the link look nice when sharing with social. So what I'm going to tell you is that we definitely going to consider, but okay, it also does not have an h1 tag. Can you have the event name coded as an h1? Thank you for that feedback. So we have a developer, and I hope he's still around. Yeah, so you'll notice that he'll take that as feedback, and we'll make a note. So you can also use what you call Yoast. Yoast pretty much adds that option for social share, when even the free Yoast plugin to basically upload the image or whatever that you want to add as part of the social share option. Ted, I don't know if you have tried that, or if you're aware of that, or if there's any feedback why you wouldn't use Yoast for what you are suggesting. You can drop that as well. That will help. Guys, I hope I was able to answer all your questions. If not, please let me know, because I'm trying to go through these questions. But do let me know while we do that. Let me see if I have missed any feature here. So we talked about the events, and let's just go to the dashboard. So yeah, page builder elements. So all these elements that you see on the home page are page builder elements. These are the listings, and there's an element for groups. There's an element for location. So let me just show you that really quick. So these are currently few elements available for EventPro. Event type, and actually that event type is supposed to be, I think, event category, but yeah. So event location, event post. So let's take a quick look at some of these options here. So when I click on this option, I can set this as an upcoming event. I can set this as an active event. I can set this as a hold on. This is a past event, or I can show all events. There are different styles I can use. So there are a few different options when you're trying to create the homepage for the event directory, and the event group element is also available, category, and this banner also supports what you call, I mean, this is based on IP, so it's not actually showing very accurate location, but I think I think if we do it through GPS, that will show much accurate. So right now, we do have that option. Like, it's a default option in ListingPro as well. So that's that. And this thing I want to say, if there was a new user, let's say, I'm gonna just open it in another browser and just show you something really quick. So if there was a new user, let me just sign out from here. So yeah, when I'm a new user, it will ask me to add a group here. If you notice here, when I don't have any events created, I'm just a regular user who's just checking around, and maybe I'm interested to attend an event. I can basically filter based on, let's say, type of event, in-person event, and I'm gonna go ahead. Let's see. I'm gonna select that. I can purchase that ticket, right? But if I were to add an event, it will ask me to first create a group here. Once I create a group, it will automatically change that to what you call update image, upload an image. That will change that to add an event option. So just some details. Like I said earlier, it will show you total number of events per user for organizer. People can send a message to that organizer. They can see their profile, if they have any photos, they can contact that user. So those are some additional options. All right, so let's see if guys, if you want to unmute yourself at this point and ask any question, go ahead, do that. Yeah, once you ask your question, I'll appreciate if you just unmute yourself. I mean, mute yourself. It's the time available on 24 format. Yeah, so that's actually a default ListingPro features. I mean, you have option for 24-hour or AM, PM. So that's something that's available in ListingPro default. So I mean, I can show you that really quick. It should be under, I have to check. I know it's there. Yeah. So this option is for listings. Maybe this is something we'll have to check if it works with EventPro. I mean, EventPro listings as well. But there is an option to set in ListingPro, but I need to double check on that. So we'll make a note of that. We have our developer, so we'll check with him on this call. Hopefully he can make a note of that, and we will get back to, I mean, if there is no option, we'll add that. For the admin commission, is it percentage or flat amount? So the commission, okay, let's take a look at that. Okay, so if you go here under payment, I think it's under payment, payment options, payout, sorry, commission, you enable commission. So it's all percentage, not fixed. So you want 100% or 50%, you set that here. And basically as simple as that. Yeah, then of course, payout option, you can set what are the payout option you want to offer, basically the one that is convenient for you. If you want to just do Pioneer, Stripe, or maybe it could be cryptocurrency. I don't know. Yeah. So
So,
yeah.
sorry, can I ask a question? So basically, you'd have to collect the money for the tickets and pass it to the partner. Is that how it worked then?
Yeah, so that's a very good question. Maybe, yeah, I'm sorry, I haven't covered that part. So the way the marketplace work is all the payment is sent directly to the admin. In this case, most likely you. You will distribute the payment either end of the month or upon the request of the vendor. So there is no direct payment to the vendor at this. Yeah, I mean, there's no option for that. I don't know if that's something we'll do in the future, but it's more, I mean, your traditional marketplaces, where there's a wallet system, and that's what the wallet system does. If you haven't seen that already, let me just.
Yeah.
So my
No,
earning
okay.
is where you can actually track all your earnings, and then you can request for withdrawal. So that's how the system works, basically. Yeah, that's the purpose of the digital wallet. Yeah, anything else? If not, I'll just continue answering. There are a few more questions. Event created for listing in ListingPro, can such event searched in the EventPro extension? Event created for listing in the ListingPro, can such event searched in a? I would say it should. I think I haven't tested that, but it should. If it's not currently working, we'll definitely see what's going on. The reason there might be an issue, because the events that were created before were associated to business listings, but all the listings that are associated with EventPro are in EventPro are associated with groups. But if somebody is just who has already created a directory with ListingPro and already have events with ListingPro default theme, then it should work. If it's not working, I would consider that as an issue or bug, and we will definitely look into that, and we'll figure out a way to resolve that issue. Yeah, but that should work. Thank you for answering. Thanks, Ted. It's time available on 24. Yeah, for admin. Is it percentage? Okay. Sam, you forgot to answer about the currency. Yeah, so what about the currency format for my country? Why don't world currency? I'm not too sure about what you mean by world currency, but as far as I know, it should work like ListingPro. It should work with all currencies, all the payment gateways that we offer. It should work. I mean, right now we have all international payment gateways as well. So for any reason there is a particular currency that is not working, then we will work with you. We'll open a ticket, we'll work with you, but it should work with all the currency like ListingPro does. So I don't see that problem. If that's a bug or something, we'll definitely fix that. Is there a limit to number of events that group can create? Not sure if yeah, so that's a good point, Lenny. Right now there is no limit because we haven't enabled a pricing plan option for the launch, but very soon we will include we will add the pricing plan option. We will integrate the pricing plan option with the groups feature. So this way, when people are trying to add a group, they will need to select a pricing plan, and then you can limit as an admin that free pricing plan can only add one event, and the premium pricing plan can have 100 events or whatever the case is. And there are other limitations that you can set. Like for right now, the default ListingPro pricing plan allows you to add pricing plan for adding a business or claiming a business, and you can even limit. Well, let me just actually show while I'm actually talking about it. So the pricing plan already have that feature, but we have not integrated with the group feature at this time. So you can see even event option you can enable or disable as part of the pricing plan. But now that we have moved our events from linking to the business listing, we have moved all that to group, the new post type called groups, event groups. So we haven't really enabled the pricing plan with the event group. So eventually it will come. I will say very soon it should be available. So something that we are definitely, it's on top of our list. So hopefully I answer all your questions. So again, if you haven't filled out the, if you came in late, if you haven't filled out the form, please do that for the giveaway entry. And yeah, so if you are interested to purchase, it's not available. ListingPro is not available right now. If you're also interested in purchasing ListingPro, we will send you an email. And so make sure you fill out that form, but we will send all the people who register earlier and showed interest in EventPro, we will send an exclusive invite to purchase EventPro before the official launch. So this is going to be a soft launch. We'll give you exclusive entry to the purchase page where you can purchase it at a discounted price. So you will be able to get ListingPro for 50% off. But that offer will last, I believe it's going to last for 24 hours or 48 hours. So if you really want to get EventPro before the official launch, you'll get it for 50% off. I'll have to double check if it's 50%, but it's around 50%. And you can definitely take advantage of that special launch offer. Just so keep watch out for the what you call the email that we're going to send out hopefully today with all the details how to purchase EventPro before the launch at discounted price. And I would really appreciate if you guys can, if you have any issues or test it out, because we plan to launch next week, like the official launch by end of next week, I believe. But before that, if we can get any feedback from you, in addition to what you have given today after testing the product, if you run into any issues, please do let us know. I'll let you know that this time with EventPro, we have done a lot of testing pre-launch. We have even done like a bugathon contest, an internal contest where we were able to find a lot of issues pre-launch. So we definitely think the product will be quite stable at the launch. But still, if you do run into any issues, do let us know. We are open to feedback, but once we launch the product, we will definitely request for more feedback. But right now, because we want to make sure what we have already created, we want to make sure that's perfect. So if you do run into issues with the existing product, if you do decide to purchase it within the next 24 hours or 48 hours, do let us know. Any other questions, feel free to mute yourself and ask. Go ahead, ask. Yeah, you can. If you have any feature suggestions, you can do that right now. If you have any questions, concerns, unmute yourself, ask. I'll be here for another 30 minutes. Yeah. So yeah, you want to chat about anything, go ahead, unmute yourself. If you just want to give us a feedback, what you think so far, what you have seen, what you think about EventPro, let us know. I'll really appreciate if you can just share your feedback for what you have seen so far, what we have built. That would really help.
It's Lainey. I just wanted to say that I think that it looks amazing. Thank you so much for going through it all. I think that it's definitely a great a great option, and I think that, like you said, I think with some of the future updates, for example, with the QR code for events, I think that will be great. And like you said, also with the packages, that will be great as well. But overall, I think it's a really great product.
Thanks, Lenny. Really appreciate that feedback.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for joining. Actually, thank you so much for coming to this event. Actually, it means a lot for us. All right. All right, guys. I mean, we still have a few folks.
I'm gonna ask a quick question. This is Jay.
Hey, Jay. Sure. Hey, Jay. Sure. Go ahead. Shoot.
So thank you very much. I like what I saw. I unfortunately got pulled away here partway through with a call I had to take.
Sure.
But so I'm going to go back to the beginning just because maybe I missed something. So is this is like the base question. Is this an add-on? In other words, I just want to be clear. If we buy it, it gets added into ListingPro? Is it like an extension? Is that how this works?
Absolutely. Yeah, very good question. Thanks for asking. Yes, it is an add-on. So let me just show you. Basically, it will be just a ListingPro add-on under plugins that will sit there. It will work with your existing theme. With your existing ListingPro theme. Sorry, this is exclusively for ListingPro. So what you can do if you have your regular homepage. So I'm going to just show you really quick. If you go to theme options, you will have option to whether you want EventPro to become the parent homepage, or you want you want your default ListingPro theme or whatever you have built previously with ListingPro. You want that as your homepage. You can select that here. So it's up to you. So EventPro has its own search, its own filter. It's not the same search that we have for ListingPro. It comes with its own categories. Let me just show you what's going on here. So if you see here, you have your own events categories, event location, so all that stuff. So it's very, it's exclusive search and filter, but it works with existing directory that you already have ListingPro. I mean, we're still testing, and there might be some, I don't know, like some minor conflicts with the existing theme, with your existing websites. So we do recommend you to not install EventPro on your production website. Of course, if you're going to just purchase it today or tomorrow, whenever we send the email out, make sure you do it on your test or local site. Yeah, so we don't want to mess up. But yeah, make sure you back up your live site if you really want to test it out, which we don't recommend, doing. But
okay, let me then go into one more question. This one's a little bit technical, but we use a server that does have a staging site, and I work with Glenn actually. So I'm talking about the First Coast, and I'm going to be working on one. I'm going to be working on another one. So we're obviously, doing it. Now, my question is, we were a little confused or worried about having two sites, meaning the staging site and then the live site, or you called it production site. So the question is, will the staging site indeed maintain synchronize with the live site, or do we need to worry about the licenses? I wasn't sure how that would work. In other words, we click staging site, our server obviously creates a staging environment that we can push to live, but do you know whether we need to worry about the license and whether there's going to be any conflict between what was there and what gets pushed?
Yeah, so with the default ListingPro, the way licensing work is you have option to do have two instances, one for live and one for test. With EventPro, we will make sure we will make that enable. We will make that option available where you can have live and sandbox in parallel. So I'll have to double check if it's possible right now, but before we we send out, or before we launch, we'll make sure we add that option. Even if Yeah, so what I do recommend is that if you do run into that issue, like, activating it on your test and then trying to move, do let us know, open a ticket and we'll work with you. So I would recommend you to just do your first instance on your sandbox or test, even if you don't see that option. Before you migrate to live site, we'll work with you, our support team, if you do run into that issue. But we're going to resolve that issue in one, by next week.
Okay, well, that sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. We have, I think, more questions coming in, so let me see. Thanks again for answering all your questions. Good one. Thanks for countries that are currency for, okay. All right, thanks Jay, thanks Glenn for coming in. And we have lower hand asked to unmute. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can ask, I guess, how do you pronounce, I'm sorry if I'm gonna butcher your name. How do you pronounce your name? But Prostasio, I'm sorry, from Angola. You can ask. I just unmuted you. If you have a question because you raised your hand, you can go and ask. All right, guys. I mean, I'm gonna hang in there another 10 minutes if anybody has it. If anybody have any more questions. Looks awesome. Thinking one use case for our site and community plan. Okay, great. Thanks, Glenn. Thanks, Glenn, for stopping by. Really appreciate for attending the event. And yeah, I look forward to seeing the EventPro on your website. I mean, you guys do amazing work. So yeah, definitely inspiration for us. What you guys do at First Coast Live. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I really like the way you guys did the homepage. It's fantastic. So let me ask Glenn, do you guys plan to add the ticket purchase option, or if you are interested, like offering option to select pricing plan before you add a group or organization? Because I wanted to just get feedback, how many people sort of interested in that pricing plan option.
Yeah, hey Sam, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little different than I originally thought. I mean, one of the challenges we have, right? I mean, Facebook, right, does a pretty good job with events and connecting to EventBrite, I believe, but it's Facebook, right? So I would love a scenario where First Coast Life, as a community sponsor, and we're bringing artists and photographers and musicians into our family, we could produce tickets, if you will, for their events. And a musician might be, their live event, obviously. A photographer might be an online gallery, an artist might be an online gallery, or a physical place that they're showing stuff. I'm not thinking right now about how the monetary aspect fits in right just yet, so I got to keep working on it. But for sure is a way to kind of create a physical ticket that has value that could get turned in somewhere. And I'm even thinking about, I want to move First Coast Life into a charity type of component where, let's say they pay $20, $10 maybe goes towards a local charity. So, I got to keep thinking on the use cases, but I don't know if this is kind of helping you, but I will definitely give you some feedback. But I love the idea of, I need to generate, people to come back to the website. And any ideas that like this, where there could be ongoing events, weekly, monthly, that people need to check in on, and then I can push out to social media or to the newsletter, I'm all for
it. Great idea. That sounds good. Yeah, definitely. I think there's a lot of room to improve around adding like the ticket, like the whole ticketing system that we added. There's definitely room, and we're going to get feedback from you guys, and keep improving it. And I'm working on you'll see, like, once you install it, there will be like a new feature that we added to keep our users updated with if there's new features or any updates. Like, it will be sort of a built-in thing within the admin dashboard that you can see the update logs or any new feature that is upcoming, or any even you later on, I'll have like an option to maybe give feedback, like a feedback tool within the system. So it will make it easier to basically communicate with our users and get their feedback. So yeah, definitely looking forward to any feedback. So yeah, we have yeah, that's it. Tejas, that's a good question. No, not at this time. We don't have an app for EventPro, and it might not, the Android app that we already have, I don't think that is compatible with EventPro at this time. We'll have to test that. Our first goal is to make sure EventPro is mobile friendly and fully responsive and works great on mobile in the browser, and then we'll eventually move to adding that to the Android app as well, but not at this time. But definitely something will be on our roadmap.
Okay, hi Sam. So this is Lainey.
Okay.
So
Hey, Lainey.
hi. So I haven't had a chance to really we haven't had a chance to really do a deep dive yet into ListingPro. We've just been working on other projects, but just kind of from the surface, when I just did a review of it, I did purchase a license a few months ago. But anyways, just looking at it, as far as the booking option is concerned, will there maybe be any updates, feature updates regarding booking?
Okay, so what kind of feature are you looking around booking, or any improvements?
Right. So I know that there is the option to book, but as far as the option to have a commission for booking,
yeah,
for example,
so,
that's
right. Did you have a chance to look at Medical Pro?
I did skim through it. I didn't have a chance
Yeah.
to do a deep dive of that.
So Medical Pro has everything from earning commission per booking to have what you call to offer option such as online or in-person consultations. So I mean, this is not really an EventPro webinar, but what I'll do is I'll share a link in the group for everyone who has or not familiar with with Medical Pro. Medical Pro. There is actually a YouTube video that will go over a lot of the core features and how it's different from Medical Pro. From ListingPro. So that's something you can take a look at that. And yeah, so definitely check out. So Medical Pro has a lot of features around booking, and those features won't be, as far as I know at this time, that will be exclusive to Medical Pro, won't be coming to ListingPro. Yeah, but do check out. And the thing about Medical Pro is we have a lot of people not from medical, not exactly like specifically from medical industry, who are using Medical Pro. They have made some changes, some customization, like from people who wanted to build like coaching websites, and they wanted to make commission per coach, like for per coaching sessions. Even I think legal services like attorney and law firms, they have tried to use Medical Pro. I mean, even though it wasn't meant for them, but it's technically just a booking system, end-to-end booking feature where you can book and make commissions. So you can technically use it for anything, but you'll have to make some changes to the wordings that we have used, the terminology that we have used for medical industry.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Lenny. Appreciate it. So thank you so much, everyone. Again, really appreciate your time, and we will see you later. Take care and best of luck. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye, Glenn. Thanks.